Good afternoon.
Hang on, maybe. You're live.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another season of Pembroke Cricket. You join us in the middle of the first over. Captain JP with the ball from the St John's end. This is Tulane Cup game. Pembroke seconds, having the honour of opening the season against YMCA. Well, this is good bowling by JP. Been an off spinner the last few years, gone back to seam, and that worked out well for him. Just the 2 off the over. YMCA put into bat and score 2 off the first over. Lovely sunny day. Ground is looking absolutely fabulous, but 2 years of very little cricket and extremely small amount of rugby, and the tender loving care of GM by choice means we have an absolutely superb ground here right now for the start of our season, June the 7th. Feels strange, first day of play and the sun is out. Usually with an April start you'd be looking for as many jumpers as you could find, but it's June start, plenty of short sleeves on show. We will give you a list of the teams soon enough.
There's their first laugh. This camera might not stay on today.
There's the shot from our GoPro. He's got him. He's got him. That's the first wicket of the season. Samson picking it up with an innocuous off spinner to the left-hander. And as you may have heard, his first ball for Pembroke results in a wicket. He should stop now with such an economy rate, wicket rate, and in fact wicket average. So leading in the spud for this year now, Samson, 1 ahead of everyone else.
Ooh, I did it the right way.
New batsman to the middle. If you are thinking of coming down today, obviously COVID regulations are in effect. We have a maximum of 100 spectators on the ground and 56, there we go, lovely floated ball, just straight through. Try to play it on the back foot and play down the wrong line. 1 wicket down, the score is now 2 for 1. We'll hopefully get you some names and scorecards at some stage. In fact, we might even get a moving camera at another stage, but there you go.
Oh, we definitely will get that now in a minute.
And if you are thinking of coming down as Samson comes in for his second ball, another one well lofted, full toss, push back down the ground. Noah Smith fielding. Yes, if you are thinking of coming down to Pembroke today, not only will the bar be open from 2 o'clock, so time your arrival for 3, let the queue go down, but also Paddy Halpin and his Brother Bean coffee van are on the ground today, serving up delicious coffee. Luckily I've only had the 1 so far, which makes it 2 for the day.
I haven't even managed to finish mine yet.
Well,
thank you, Craig.
Third ball of the over. Oh, there to be smacked. Mid-on. Noah Smith at deep mid-on takes it. Joe nearly got there. The legend that is Andy Leonard fielding out here at mid-off. Just on the edge of the circle. Useful over this. Samson enjoying himself. A youthful second 11 today. Good to see the reappearance of Andy Mays. Andy Leonard very much the elder lemon on this team now. Captain JP fielding that one. Ties in. Takes it. One to come in the over. Andy, of course, is just back from, well, I suppose a couple of weeks back now from Nepal. Kathmandu's favourite commentator. Score is now 4 for 1, and this is the 12th ball of the innings. Oh, that's very high. Full toss, batted away, deservedly so, 4 through mid-wicket. That certainly has perked up the YM side, first boundary. But that's a good first over for Samson, he's got to be happy with that. One for a few. 1 for 5, would that be right? Everyone else is watching. No score up on the board yet on your screens, but I can assure you it is 8 for 1 off 2.
Hey, we have our third camera.
And a scorecard?
But you mean you don't know how to do that yourself?
No.
You're wearing your wrong glasses, so there's no point in teaching you either, is there?
No.
Here, they're your bails
For Ron.
for Ron. Alright.
You going to sit with me?
Nope.
Okay. JP to continue. Clubbed out on the leg side. Fielder comes in from Cow, that's McDarragh. McDarragh Cosgrave, who's another one who's made a rapid ascent through the sides. Looking at a number of players who have played on the fifths in the number of years. Noah Smith, Donica Tucker. No, Sean's playing ones. So, there's a few around. New wicketkeeper today as well, Jackson. That's a good shot. Played right down to the coffee machine. You can see the queue there. Looks like the Smiths have abandoned the pub. All the coffees are available with Paddy, black and white. And he has both types of sugar, brown and white. Played down, Donica Tucker, sort of gullyish. Nice bit of energy here amongst the seconds. Pembroke really having their resources strained today. Oh, that's played away beautifully on the leg side, clipped off his hips, down towards the clubhouse. 2 bounce 4, and this has proved to be not quite as cheap an over as Joe's first. Quick change in the field, Noah Smith going out to deep square leg. Joe plays a slightly off pace ball. Batsman tries to play it away. Andy Mays fields nice and cleanly. Score is now 16 in the third over, just the 1 wicket gone. YMCA off to a good start, but so Pembroke with a wicket down, so in the balance. Oh, he's played it away there beautifully again, and in fact exactly to the same spot again. He's drifted onto the legs, and that's been an expensive over by the skipper. He's going to be cross with himself, and we all know how hard Joe is on himself. However, that's 2 overs out the way, and one suspects he might make a change there now, save himself for the end of the innings. Azizi starts to warm up, strike bowler last year, leading wicket taker if I'm correct.
If anybody wants to give great feedback on whether YouTube is really having problems or whether it's just lying to us, more me feedback, that would be welcome. It's claiming it's got issues, but it looks like it doesn't really.
Ireland playing the Dutch today in a World Cricket League qualifier for the World Cup. And a poor start by Ireland left them with hill to climb, and they managed to climb it up to 163 all out in the last over. Running down the card, nobody's really set the world alight. Harry Tector with a 58 and George Dockerell with 40. Simi Singh 21 not out. Other than that, not a huge amount in there, and up to 160. Oh, that's dreadful. That's dreadful by Samson. That's gone a long way, and that is a no ball. No ball 4. So next one will be a free hit. That's the wrong length to be bowling there. Both of these batsmen keen to hit to the leg side. Don't know that we've seen a run on the offside yet. But already the score up to 21.
The message just came in there. We're not going to have our proper live scores on the stream after all. It's giving problems.
That's all right.
Day of technical difficulties, it seems.
We'll just keep telling people what the score is.
I'll get that off the 0 for 0 off the screen in a minute.
It certainly isn't 0 for 0. Oh, he's just struck up and gone big for that. Oh, Dara has misfielded it, and they're going for 2. This could be tighter than they want. Oh, the throw was a bit short. That's a shame. They've let a single get away there, Pembroke. McDara fumbling the initial fielding, and then his throw not quite to the stumps. Samson comes into bowl, gets this one to pitch. Strangled appeal from one person and one person only. Afternoon, Andy, how are you? Yeah. He's certainly trying to give it air. Certainly trying to give it air. Looked like that might have come off the foot. It's a patchy day here in Pembroke now. Some sunlight, some cloudy, some blue, some white. Oh, another full toss, another one dispatched a long way, and there's nobody fielding at cow corner, and that may have gone all the way. That must have only been a couple of yards away from being another 6, or being the first 6. After taking a wicket with his first ball, Samson has now become, dare one say, a bit expensive. He's giving it plenty of air, but it's certainly giving the batsman a chance to get it away as well. Pulled that one down. It's hit up in the air, and he gets his second wicket. Dragged that one down halfway down the wicket. The batsman couldn't get the full strength behind it, and as a result, JP takes the catch just at mid-on, looped up to him, and the score goes on to 32 for 2. They're certainly not hanging around, and they're not going to die waiting anyway. I see Ashley Balburney down the far end there, just walking past the sight screen. That's lap number 2. And here's our phone-in competition. How many laps will Ashley get done in 40 overs?
If I can manage not to screw it up, we'll get you a replay now.
Having overpitched the previous one, full toss that went very close for 6. This time he brings it down, halfway down the wicket, just couldn't get the strength behind it, top half of the bat, and it just lofts very nicely. And the batsman wasn't really trying to run one there, was he? Trying to jog back to the clubhouse. There we go. Safest of catches for JP. Made to look a lot more difficult than it was, but he got there. If anybody would like to let us know that they're watching or listening or even here, phone number to contact us on is 086 156 4442. So Samson ends up with 2 wickets, but it's 2 for quite a lot. Now,
let's see what YouTube's still complaining.
32 for 2 off 4. Change of bowling. It looks like Azizi's coming on. Azizi, who had a successful year last year. It's not him. Ah, Donica Tucker. Donica Tucker, left arm spin. Coming around the wicket to the right-hander. Good afternoon. You're probably better off staying on the grass. Dead ball. Umpire making sure the scorer knows that's a dead ball. Either that or else dispersing the air around him. That's good by Donica. Right in at the feet. Batsman couldn't do anything but dig it out. Oh, that's poorly fielded there at square leg, and it's gone through him and gone for the boundary. That's good. He's done it again. Another one smacked out to the leg side. This time Noah Smith fielding down at deep square leg makes a fine stop and a super return. Manages to clip the batsman. Batsman apologises. Don't know why. Donica Tucker, the latest in a long line of Tuckers who have made their way up to the higher levels of the club. Does have a very nice smooth action. Certainly has put on a few inches over the winter. I say winter.
YouTube's finally decided it's happy again.
9 months since we really played. Another one played round to the leg side, gets past Andy Leonard there, and another 4. They really do need to put somebody down there here. Not sure whether square leg is the place for the fine fielder. The batsmen tend to swivel around on this a bit. Perhaps Joe might review his field for the next over. But YM are off to a good start. They're 41 for 2 off 5. Both openers have been seen off. And now it's easy to come into the attack from the nursery end. The houses on Park Avenue, before they were built, it was an actual nursery for plants, not for children. Whereas Sunday morning in Pembroke these days appears to be a bit more of a nursery.
I don't know what we can do with the GoPro shot for the moment.
Good open view from.
For the second inning, we'll probably replace it with a different camera.
Or put the GoPro somewhere further forward.
Disconnect and move it.
So it's easy. It joined us from Leinster a couple of years ago and has been very successful. Very skiddy bowler. Oh, right on the mark, right down at the batsman's feet. Dug out. And I see Michael Sharp entering the ground. coming in along the wall there. Having made it past the COVID officers. Smacked out to mid-off. Andy Leonard makes absolutely sure that there's no more than one there. Wise decision that by Noah Smith, deciding not to throw the ball. Single was already there. Smack back. Yes! Oh, what a super effort there. Not out, but Andy Leonard showing he knows where the stumps are anyway. Super work that by Andy Leonard. Had the experience to just steady himself, going for accuracy. Unfortunately, the YM player had made his ground. But it'll make him think twice before doing it again, that's for sure. Lovely, fluffy, cloudy day today. Well taken by the wicketkeeper, young Jackson. Playing against his old club today. I have to say, it is amazing how many times people change clubs and their first game for the new club is against the old club. Andy Leonard making sure he's hitting something anyway. This time it's the batsman, not the stumps, and another single is completed. End of a good over from Assisi. The score has moved on to 44 off 6. Batsman number 3 and 4 are in. Batsman number 3 has whipped himself on to 24 runs. And with the score on 45. Good solid base for them to start. The Donica Tucker experiment shelved for the moment, replaced by more youth. McDara Cosgrave coming on, and St John's End. Certainly a good start for YMCA here, rattling along at nearly 8 and over, 7.5 anyway. Oh! Unusual ball from McDara. McDara, who in his first game of adult cricket took wickets in it with his first, second balls. I can't remember. I think he may have even got the hat trick. He certainly burst upon the 5th scene, and here we are 9 months later, and he's playing for the 2s. Score still on 45 on the scoreboard. He's got down on one knee and he's played that round to the leg side, and again it's to the right hand side of Noah Smith. One feels he is slightly in the wrong place there. Well, the seconds for YM are doing better than the first for YM. They're currently 34 for 2. No score available in Pembroke Third's game. They're out in Clontarf today. Railway Firsts are 29 for 2 against Malahide Firsts across the road, where undoubtedly it's a good 5 degrees cooler. Marion Firsts are 41 for 1 out in Balbriggan, and Pembroke Firsts 32 for 2 against North Kildare. No update as to a scorecard. batsman looking for 2, but a slight slip by the striker when he reached the non-striker's end. Meant it was kept to 1. Good solid strike of the ball on the offside, out through the covers where neither fielder could stop it. And that's another 4. 59 in the 8th over. It is a nice warm day. That's a better ball right up in the block hole. Dot ball. Most of the spectators have opted for the shorts today. That's how warm it is, although I see Michael Sharp still going with the long linen strides. Whipped away on the leg side through to mid-wicket. Well picked up, oh, nearly picked up by Doneker. And even with the misfields that are going on out there, kept it down to 1. Score moves on to 59 on the board. Plus the single makes it 60 for 2 in the 8th over. Played out on the offside, past diving point, and that's another boundary. 64 after 8. This is going along at 8 and over now. So Andy, a good time in Nepal anyway.
Good fun, yes, yes.
They do like you out there.
Different place to reach, yeah. Special place.
Would you stay?
What would I say? Find me a local lady. Over.
Played out on the leg side, and that's a fabulous stop there by Dara. Out in the boundary, fires it in. Definitely saves 2 runs there. Super fielding. 66 after 8 overs. Andy Leonard excuses himself from the field for a second. Pembroke down 10 at the moment. Somebody making the most of the break between overs to have a comfort break. And he's back out in time. That was a very short comfort break. One feels he's burst out of the clubhouse. Passes his cap to McDara. .66 off 8, and now JP has turned to his most experienced player. At cricket badge, Andy Leonard, man of many talents. Andy just making slight changes to his field. Andrew Jackson waiting behind the stumps. And Andy's first ball doesn't quite pitch. Pushed out to mid-on. Pooh does the fielding. Just a single to YM. Ah. Pitches that one down. Oh, athletic fielding there by Andy Leonard. Letting gravity do the work and drag his body down to the ground where he saved it. That one may have gone the other way. Seemed to roll his hand over that one. Noah Smith comes in from deep mid-off, deep square leg. These fielding positions, eh? Andy just taking the short run up. Again played out, and this time Noah Smith fields well. Super piece of fielding that by Noah Smith, showing the advantage of youth. Willingness to throw himself to the ground for the cause. Great to see. Looks like Graham Mooney has found the coffee tent. And Andy Leonard unfazed by any of this. Seen it all before. Been responsible for most of it before. Played away on the offside. That's played past Sampson, and it's going to run away, and that's going to be a boundary. That's gone. He was never going to catch that. Superbly played. Waited, and then just dropped the bat on it and let it run down to third, past the fielder. Picked up the hill. Just ran down the dip away from the fielder. Still, not a bad over from Andy. The score has moved on to 74 from 9. And already nearly halfway through this first innings. JP marking up his run-up, coming from the other end now. Bowler number 1, now on at the nursery end. That's going to be wide to start us off. It's not like starting the season in April. Play out in the offside. Azizi well, tries to barehand it with just the one hand. Lets them through for the single. Clouds are hardly moving in the sky. A very still day. Lots of specks of blue. Blue tinge. Certainly worth getting out of the house for. And we're now reaching the stage. 26 minutes till the bar opens. The Pembroke, just commenting on the crowd now, the Pembroke chairman of selectors, sitting down to next to Michael Sharp. Noel Goff, who's been down the club many, many times this year already. Oh, that's a bit uppish through the covers, played out, where it's fielded on the boundary. Another single. Pembroke won't mind singles at the moment. It's these boundaries and off the loose deliveries that are costing them. And home bowling. Prendergast's throwing himself full lengths to stop that one. And that's a full lengths to stop that one. And that's a better over. And the score at the halfway mark, 78 for 2. YM will certainly be the happier of the two teams at the moment. .78 for 2 off 10. Batsman number 3. And batsman number 4. Batsman number 3 has moved on to 45. What a lovely way to start your season. Start with a big score. Especially in a shortened season. Let's see if he can push on from here. Having scored 78 in the first, they'll be looking for 170, 180, one would think. Andy Leonard to have his second over now. Batsman getting tied up. Couldn't get any strength behind it. Could only push it out to Cal, where it beats the inside ring of 2 and made its way out to the boundary rider. And that's a super piece of work by Andy Leonard. And there we go, off on the traditional 40-yard run. Going round the 30-yard circle, although it's closer to 20 yards now. High fives, low fives, the whole lot going on. Some of his teammates who haven't played that much with Andy chasing after him, and some of his teammates realising he's going to end up back in the same place and just wait for him to finish his lap of celebration.
So he's just been out and he's gone in.
Okay. Kashyap out for 45. Still, he'll be happy enough for that as the first score of the season. And Shetty is now headed out to the middle. Here it is again. Neat work there by Mr. Jackson. His first stumping in Pembroke colours. Although it was taken so well, one would suspect it's not his first stumping. That was very well done. Very neat.
I resisted the replay of the lap.
We might get a section of that for the awards night though. The Andy Leonard lap.
He didn't do a lap, did he?
Well, he did. The older he's got, the smaller the lap has got, and also I think the urgency of the wicket has also something to do with it. That was an important wicket for Pembroke. Nothing puts the brakes on. And then a couple of wickets. That one's just dropped a bat on it. That's a single there. Donica back on his heels on the edge of the circle.
No, Randy, that's the problem for you. If you look at the screen, you'll see. You make it.
No, I don't want to make it. Where's that camera?
Behind you, it's that one there.
Oh.
That's our GoPro.
Wide angle lens to get me on it.
You said
Hey, that's very harsh. Andy Leonard continue. The sun has found a gap in the clouds. This is good running, good running. Good sharp call. Went for it, made it. Another over gone, that's 11 down. The score is now 82 for 3. Very important for Pembroke to take that wicket. The batsman was well set. Although with his 45 runs, one would be thinking that possibly 44 of them came on the leg side. Whenever the Pembroke bowlers strayed onto his hips, he was very quick on whipping a few down to the clubhouse. I'm fine. Niall might want a warm one. Now, you could just put it on my account. If you are arriving at Pembroke, this is for Amanda only. You can put the coffees on my account because I told Paddy I'd settle up with him afterwards.
All right. What do you just Americano? Cappuccino?
Do you want a donut as well?
Hold it there, Joe.
Captain Prendergast now on for his 4th over. Well done, Andy. First wicket in the new year.
Oh, thanks, Craig. Yeah.
Put you one ahead of me for the spot.
Never lose it.
You're the only person that I ever tied with.
Is that right?
I've won 4.5 of those things now.
What have I got? A 3, 4?
Oh, you must have. I'd say you've had more than me. You're a better bowler, but I played more.
I think one of the years I got it, I played for the ones, which was a good year.
The year I got married was my best ever year.
60 yet?
80.
80. Well, that's back when there was.
Oh, you could bowl for 3 days in a row. Yeah. More likely to be 75 overs in a weekend and then play a Whelan Cup on the Tuesday. He was whipping them off his hip very well. Oh, that's well kept out by the batsman. He recognised very quickly that that was not the one to go after. Good length from Joe. Joe having changed to a seamer this year. Oh, he's up in the air, bit uppish. Well fielded by Noah Smith. Wasn't quite there for the catch. Squeeze on, squeeze on. There's the cry on the Pembroke sideline. That's not been middled, but it's been hit well enough. That's McDowell around the corner well. And that's the end of JP's spell. What I'll do is, I'll leave you to enjoy the wonderful photography of Niall. And we'll see if we can't find out Joe's figures. Life score, not quite behaving itself today. But we'll get there.
Nobody telling you YouTube isn't behaving itself yet?
Nobody's telling me anything. I could be just talking to myself at the moment.
Well, you're not just talking to yourself, I'm pretty sure, but YouTube keeps complaining and then stopping complaining, and I don't believe it at all for a minute.
So, Joe Prendergast's 4 overs, cost 23 runs, no wickets for him today. That's clubs out to mid-off. Oh, just the single. Takes the score on to 87. Harshit, batsman number 4, has moved on to 21. He's now taken on the senior role in this partnership. That was good. Good thinking by the fielder. Not quite as well executed as he would have wanted. As I say, it's very disconcerting the way you look past me, but I understand why. Niall, who's taken on the roles of cameraman and director, leaving me just to rabbit away. ZZ out on the off boundary. Gently tosses it back in. Score goes on to 89. These batsmen not quite having the fluency of Kashyap. Well dug out again, but well fielded. Well done, Donica. That's a lovely bit of fielding there. Oh my lord, is the cry from Andy Leonard. He's seen that so many times before, just nearly sneaking through. So 14, no, it's 13 overs gone. 7 to go, score's 89. That 170 now starting to look a bit more distant. However, with those wickets in hand, there's no reason why YM can't put up a very decent score here now. Well, we get a break in play.
Oh, good lord, the last one is so nearly shut down.
Nearly, didn't he?
Oh, he hasn't picked the wrong one. It's actually, it hasn't turned though, it's just gone on. It's come out more as a toppy.
No real updates anywhere. Railway 29 for 2 in their first 11 game. Merion 42 for 1 in theirs. Pembroke have moved on to 36 for 2. And that's it. Donica gets the wicket. Wicket for Donica. Fine stuff.
And here you go, Craig.
Here's the replay. Floated up there. Pitch is just outside off. Batsman Big Hoik, he'll be disappointed with that. And the umpire triumphantly giving him out. I I'm sure the batsman knew.
Unfortunately, there was no appeal.
But there you go. That's a fine wicket for Donica. Well pitched up.
Nice time to join you.
Good afternoon, Graham. Looking forward to your game this evening.
And now your mic isn't muted.
Oh,
That's all right. Probably heard it on this one anyway.
yes. Tension, anticipation, nervous.
Better. That's best.
The full gamut for 5 p.m.
Going down on one knee there was the wrong ball to do it to, obviously. Left arm spinners. Kevin Peterson and I do have something in common. We both don't like them. It's in the air. It just clears JP.
Great effort from the skipper.
And there'll be a second there. That's sloppy. Well, apparently there were two. The misfield not picking it up cleanly. No two to you there, Andy, I think you meant to say. Youth, eh? Youth. Oh. He's come forward. Captain JP is really taking on this, trying to do every role he can. I think it's 4.
4. It is 4. Oh, well bowled. Nice line, good lengths, tightened it up.
Donica, who of course a couple of years ago was opening the bowling with this on the 5ths.
Well, he learned a lot, didn't he?
Well, and
How not to?
some of it was about cricket. That smashed out to Cal Corner again, and
Misfielded again. That's 2 in a row for you. Is that McDarrell?
yeah, it looks like McDarrett.
Yeah. He's disappointed as he should be.
I see a bit of fielding practice in his future.
He just dropped that one a little short. You'll be annoyed now. Or a much better length.
That's it.
That's
Jackson
really nice.
rounds well to that one.
That's the,
And I think that's the over. And that's 14 gone. The score's moved on to 93. Shetty is now on 4, as is his partner, Thamby. Well, you got your jab.
You got the jab?
Yep, is your arm sore?
No, it's actually.
As I say, just
Yeah.
keep exercising it. Stephen, you can come and stand over here quietly as well as stand there quietly.
You've got 2 vaccinated people over here.
Semi-vaccinated.
Halfway there.
And a quarter of all new cases now are people who are vaccinated.
Always look on the bright side. I won't break into song, promise. Oh, that's a
Oh,
lovely
Andy
length.
Leonard finding the outside edge. They'll be looking for 2 there as easy comes to it. He's got a good throw, but it won't be enough to stop 2 here.
Well bowled there from Andrew.
That was unfortunate. That ball didn't deserve to go for 2.
The life of a one-day bowler or T20 bowler. The longer form of the game, you might have fielders around the bat for that.
We're now reaching 2 o'clock, which will be the start time of a lot of games. In
Ooh, that looks straight. Yes.
He's given him. The batsman would have almost walked himself there, I think.
I think that was the flipper. I would
Yeah.
assume.
We'll see that on the replay now.
Yeah.
Some countries they call it an instant replay, but we're not quite up to that yet. With one man doing the replays, the direction, the camera work, the switching,
Well, we
the
just sit
setting
here
up.
and,
Yeah, we just sit here and chat.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
There you go.
Here comes the replay. Well floated up.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I don't think there was much doubt about that.
No.
Andy was happy enough with that.
Yeah.
And
The batsman was walking.
And the batsman was walking. He knew
without even seeing. Yeah.
that was not going over the top.
As he said,
Stephen,
missing
could you
the
do me a
camera.
favour? Just go to the scorers and see if they can fill in the rest of the order, so we know who's gone in and who hasn't.
As they often say, missing off, missing leg.
Well, wasn't going over the top anyway.
Are you looking forward to 5 p.m. kickoff?
No,
No.
no, I am too old and too sore.
Yeah.
My back is at me, and I haven't seen my chiropractor in a year.
That's why I brought the good painkillers.
Oh, I'll have some of those.
Yeah.
In fact, I've brought my own painkillers.
Never leave home without them.
Oh, look, Sulfidine. before our viewers
Yeah, stay sponsored.
start leaping to any conclusions.
Today's broadcast is happily sponsored by
Sulphur Extra.
Oh,
reverse sweep. Oh, my word. First ball up.
That's
That's
confidence.
certainly the way to go.
It's a white chocolate biscuit.
I heard something there.
You're very good to me.
Well, from your
I'm very good to me.
Well, Craig could have bought us all something then, couldn't he?
I did actually have to say on air, because I was talking to Amanda and said, I've done my card, just stick whatever you want on. For Amanda only.
The pin number is...
CVC.
Anyone listening today in who also has our HSE details.
So, Wham now looking to push it past 100. Smacked out to mid-off. Andy Mays.
That's
Just thought you
they're
would
all
have.
in the wash.
And what about, have you got your Pembroke stripes?
The bag still to get changed. I decided not to go to the Helix with wearing my Pembroke gear.
Jeez. I went down
Oh,
to...
you've been jabbed, have you?
Yeah, I got it today.
Would you get one and done?
Another one now in 4 weeks.
Pfizer.
Pfizer, yeah. Excellent. By the way, well done HSC. Excellent run operation.
Oh, it's in the air. Oh, too wide of Joe and not long enough for Noah. Managed to thread the eye of the needle. Fine ball by Donica.
They don't have the rest. They don't have the rest. That's all right. But the last line was Aaron Norton and Nelly's figures 2 for 17.
Oh,
You'll be happy.
is that his 4 overs done, is it? Excellent. It's in the air.
Well, it should be one.
Just the one to
Bounces
Noah.
nicely.
The experience of Andrew Leonard there, covering for his colleague. It's often the best way is just to keep moving when you're that age. If
Yeah.
you stand still and stop, that's it. You can't get going again.
It's all that experience. It's experience.
Played out the offside, and this time Andy's ball. And he's going to... super fielding by Andy Leonard.
So the Andrew Leonard Appreciation Society just would like to welcome you.
Andy, 2 for 17.
Very disappointing. Should have been 3 for 14.
Well bowled by
Well, if
Donica.
you'd bowled better, it could have been.
Thanks, Raiders.
We're in the 16th over now, and YMCA have moved on to 99 for 5.
Come on.
2 wickets to Andy.
Fabulous cup of coffee.
And that's
Nice,
played away on the
nice.
offside.
Oh, I like
The
that.
batsman, the non-striker deciding against the single. The batsman not too happy with that decision. But then again, he was going to a very safe end.
Although in today's game with the
Yeah,
fielding
your job's
standards,
to hold on to those or put them in your bag or your pocket or something. It's just bails.
What is it? When is it? For us.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with the ones that are out there.
I don't know.
no,
Sean again.
Donnacha's style is all. It's as if he's just bowled 50 overs every time he bowls.
And there we go, the first intercity train of the new season.
Just for your innings, it's fine.
And the score, as you can see, 99 for 5 off 16.
An excellent fight back here from Pembroke.
It is indeed. When
That's
Mr.
it.
Shetty was in,
Well, at one stage there were 78 for 2
it certainly has been dragged back a bit now.
in 10 overs. So
And this looks like McDarragh again. And McDarragh, everyone seems to change their action this year.
I was going to say, it was 2 years ago when he played in that 6 cup run.
Yeah.
He was a medium pacer.
And now it's all spin. It's going to drop safe.
It's funny as he put
That's the
on,
100 up for YMCA.
as he put on the heights.
Crowd go mad.
Very partisan crowd here.
I love Bull Durham when they're commentating on away games. So they're sort of listening to it there. And
Yes.
2 there.
Yeah.
There's our chairman of selectors, Mr. Noel Goff, on his first lap of the day. It's in the air. Oh, just past Donica's outstretched right hand.
But
Goes
again-
out to the boundary and just a single again.
Again, well bowled from McDarragh.
The innings seems to have lost a lot of its impetus. I mean, wickets certainly do that.
But the last boundary now is at least 5 hours ago. And he says
It's gone
that's-
big and,
so- umpire's curse, or
and it's gone for
commentator's
4.
curse. Sorry, commentator's curse there.
Well, it just shows.
Our first boundary in a few hours.
Yeah. This is the number 7 batsman, Aaron Norton.
Well, from ball 1, he's been looking to play his shots.
That's the job of a number 7.
Oh,
Clipped away.
well fielded.
That's how you do it, lads. Even though it wasn't quite picked up cleanly, he picked it up well enough.
Poor delivery there. From
Hey, ladies, how are we? No, you can stand up. It's not on you. Oh, trying to play that away to third man again.
A little bit of extra pace, but the length was the difference there from McNara.
Something like a cartoon.
Oh, good flights. Well played. Yeah, I'll have to ask in between innings what made McNara change. Are spinners cool again? They
So
were
that's
never cool.
17 overs done. The score has moved on to 107 for 5. That total of 170 now is certainly looking out of reach. They'll be looking. Pembroke will be looking to keep it below 120.
Have we asked for texts in for the
Oh, we've
predictions?
asked for all sorts of things. Nobody's
Nobody's
contacted us.
awake. Everyone's in the beer garden.
2 o'clock. Bar should be open now.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's at the Marion Gates.
Philip Burnt at the Marion Gates. Yes,
Good watching this.
that was
a big one.
that was nowhere near where he thought that was going to go. That was going to go.
This is an excellent length.
Now, JP has bowled himself out. Andy's bowled out.
This is Donica's third over, I think.
See no reason for him not to bowl the last
No,
one at the moment. He's bowled this over very well.
As long as he
He's
keeps
kept
that
this tight.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, there's the quicker
Oh, it's in
ball.
the air! Oh, it's just gone
It's
over his head and that's gone
forwards.
for 4. So that takes the score up to 113.
A little bit of width there.
Yeah, you just gives the batsman enough to swing his arms. He's going to.
It is surprising the fielder wasn't on the ring at this stage of the game.
DT. Well, that's just a full toss that's been hit straight out to Azizi.
That's terrible fielding. What was that?
Oh, it definitely gone for 4.
What happened there?
It died on him and he didn't go down on
did
it.
not
He
look
just let it
there.
hit himself.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That takes the score up to 117.
That's fairly poor.
Whispering it doesn't make it any better. It was winning.
Yeah. The umpire was in an excellent position. I don't know why they were so adamant. Okay. Important 2 overs here now. Pembroke would be hoping for no more than 15, hopefully.
Are you aiming it at me?
No, the other one is under your other foot. I'm just putting them all back there against that pile of mud, really.
Okay, so is this Pooey?
This is poo. Yeah.
Pooh Sharma.
No, poo's okay.
Has he bowled earlier today?
Pooh Sharma.
I was a late
Alright.
arrival.
Hasn't bowled before today,
Yeah.
this season. And he's been asked to bowl the 19th. Now,
Oh, with pace on.
pace on. This batsman is just going to have a go.
Yeah, it's you
White chocolate biscuits. Mm-hmm.
Played one game for you 2 years ago when you joined the club. No, wait, we played one game for you. Yeah, and that was, who was that? Sharad. That's Sharad.
Sharad Padel.
Patel.
Played one game.
Sharad.
No,
No, he's not. No.
I haven't seen him yet this season.
No, he's not come down this season yet.
Oh.
Down at nets.
Has he?
Yeah.
Is there
In the group.
in the WhatsApp group?
Not in that group. No.
No, I think anybody with sanity has left the fourth group.
I'm on. It's on silence. I like it just for a joke to look at it every so often.
You like it because it's shit stirring,
Language.
and you like to get involved in that.
I have not made one comment all year.
Yet, not on the group.
Much better. Oh, it's gonna be.
That's going to be 4. If you're going to flash hard.
That's 5
Which
runs
always
from-
reminds me of Blackadder.
Oh yes.
Flash hard!
Lord Flashheart, his proper title, please.
He's sleeping.
So sad.
Exercise my back.
So 5 from 1 delivery.
Yeah, that's not the great start that Pooh wanted.
Yes.
Small changes in the field. JP sending himself back to the nets. Looking for the big smash here now. Stutter in the run up from Pooh. Another one off the edge. This time it goes down to Sampson at third man, who eventually fields it. Fires it back in. Hardly going to trouble Mr. Jackson's gloves with that throw. 121. It'll be interesting to see what they end up with.
He needs to bowl this a little fuller.
Division 14 game later, or sorry, Russell Court Trophy game later. The Fists will be hoping to get 120.
Craig. I think it's Ed Sports and Russell Court, isn't it?
It's both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously the crowd during the day is going to build up. I see Brian Bannigan down in the nets. Been a long time since he's been in the nets.
Fred with him, isn't
He does have Fred with him now.
he? That's Charlotte, actually.
Smacked out in the offside, straight to Donica Tucker, dot ball. Exactly what Pembroke are looking for.
He's digging this in just short of a length.
Might not be the wicket for that.
No. Oh, he's getting away with it, that delivery. As long as he keeps it straight. If he gives any widths, the batsman will latch on.
Yeah, the man doesn't drink hot coffee. I don't know why we bother getting him hot coffee. He puts it down and then 4 hours later goes back to it. Oh!
That should be 3 wides.
Don't know what he was trying there.
You played later, Fred?
Excuse me, I have. It's been 30 years since I bowled the ball that bad.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
sorry.
yes, it has.
You know we were.
Oh, they're going to be too quick to replay that.
Yeah, bowler's about to. Here we go.
Pooh.
There's a very quick changeover.
Pooh coming in again.
Much better lengths.
Just pushed out in the offside.
Oh,
They'll
running
just take the single. There'll be no 2 there, surely. Not to Donica Tucker.
I'm sorry.
So that's the end of the 19th over. The score's moved on to 126 for 6.
That was good to see the batsman is getting a warning from the ump. Well, not official, but a little.
Aaron Knoxon's
mention.
still there on 15.
Running straight down the track.
Well, now we can have a
And we have no idea who's at the other end.
And we have no idea who will be bowling the. Oh, is it?
Azizi.
It's easy. Okay,
Here's
he
their
looks
running for you.
striding in.
Here we go.
Big yes. Look, ball watching. Ball watching.
Both. Now, batsman turns the wrong way. Comes up, looks, decides he can make it.
Yeah.
The other batsman has said no, and then he says, oh, the brakes aren't working. Andy Leonard again. See the sheer professionalism backing up his wicketkeeper even in that state. And there's his back now. So the last over of the first innings of this Tulane Cup game. YMCA seconds and Pembroke seconds. Oh, it sounds like a reject shop, doesn't it?
That'll be at 5 o'clock.
Smacked out to the covers, fielded there.
Keep it simple.
That's it, just the single. 127. The sun now bathing the ground.
Yep. Mr. Leonard's gotten the guns out. What would you call them? Derringers?
Zishi comes into bowl. Very
That's when
skiddy
you-
action he has.
That's when you use his feet well. But just a single again. That's good. Happily take this, I think, at this stage of the innings.
I think both sides would be happy with the first run. I think YM will be delighted they got over a run a ball, which of course always used to be the par figure before the IPL turned up.
Big hoik.
Another single.
Should he, if it's cleanly fielded, yeah, very good work out there.
Captain Joe has come from the nets all the way up to the same spot at the other end, and he's doing a lot of running, but taking on the responsibility himself. 128.
Big open stance from the batsman.
Clears that front foot, plays it out to Joe again. It'll be another single again.
Good stuff. Good simple cricket. Very good. Well, the captain said.
So Andy, what's it like being the only person born in the last century on this team? Oh!
Swing and a miss.
Batsman, you're like a fine wine or a cheese.
Is that corked? Is that the terminology, corked?
I'm not sure what that means, but
Oh,
Smacked out the ground, this time to mid-off. There's only going to be one there. Andy Leonard makes sure it's only one. Brings the ball back in.
such experience.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, means 130.
I think Pembroke should be very happy with that, considering we're at 10 overs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What was it, 78 for 2 off 10?
Yeah. And brought it back.
22, 40, 51 off the last 10. You'd be happy with that?
Very much so. Some excellent bowling from Mr. Leonard and Mr. Tucker.
Look, it was a mixed bag. I mean, there was a lot of good
poor
balls in there, but
poor fielding.
a lot of, well, again, first game of the season. And you know, for all the netting we've done, and I assume the seconds have done more than we have,
We've done no fielding training.
we've done no fielding training. The only fielding training is when you bowl in the nets and somebody smacks it back over your head, oh, I'll get it, and you walk out to go and get it. There's been no actual fielding practice that I've seen.
No, that's why I'm worried about the first bending or having to move quickly to my left or right.
Just having to move quickly, I think, Graham. I don't know why today would be any different to any other day.
That's why Ubers need to come back sooner.
JP leading his side off, which with his 0 for 23, you'd think he'd let somebody else lead them off.
The overs are wrong, but the total is correct. Is that right?
That is correct.
That is correct. You're our umpires today?
Those two guys in the black.
Well, hey.
Yeah, hey. So that's not a bad innings for Pembroke, 132 for 6. Not a bad innings for YMCA. It's an evenly balanced game. It's the first game of the year. We have no idea how it's going to go from here. All we know is that somebody on the Pembroke side is going to have to take the responsibility to anchor the innings and get them close. Just 15 minutes between innings now. New innovation for the fifth game today. Fielding circle.
Oh, I didn't realise we have to have a fielding circle.
We do.
Do we have umpires to enforce it, is the question.
No,
Well then, what's the point?
it's the regulations.
But that is going to rely on our own umpires.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Or their,
if the
sorry, their
batting,
umpire.
no, if the batting side are umpiring,
Yes, that's true, yeah. They'll call
they'll
it.
call
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fielding
yeah.
side
Yeah.
in discretions.
Yeah, true. But it could lead to arguments on.
For the T20s. And then we're back in whites for the league.
Well, I see the fifth
Again,
skipper is here.
LCU, the LCU, Cricket Leinster coming in with this decision. I mean, yes, I can see it being progressive, and yes, I can see that there would have been some players who wanted to play in pyjamas.
Some.
But the added expense of certainly at least €100 for every player, and in some cases that's a family, so you're talking about €200 or €300 extra expense for one competition for 6 games. I say 6. I assume we're not going to get out of our group. for a minimum of 6 games.
Well, there'll be a lot. I tell you, there'll be a lot of taverners this year wearing pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they just, it might be the right idea, but I just think the timing.
A bit hot on the wall, is it, Shona?
Count your highlights of the first innings then.
Right. Oh, video director telling us that we can watch the highlights of the first innings. Oh, that was that. Oh no.
Oh, helps if I... Oh, sure will.
We might start those again now.
We might have to. I'm forgetting I can't do what I usually do when I'm coming from that stupid split screen. So, I'll just do... Yeah, here you go. There you go. There's first ball for Pembroke. Goes straight.
Here we go, the fall of the wickets. This one just clubbed up in the air, never got the power on it, and it dropped into mid-on's hands where JP got it.
Good.
JP, seam bowler now.
Oh God, I
It
missed
looked good. It looked good.
Yeah, second hour was a bit pooey, but sure look.
Well, I was surprised that McDara's gone to spin. So is everyone just switching? I decided to become, so that makes me, I'll be a fast bowler then. Come on, I set you off, Craig.
There we go, there's another wicket. That was a nice one there. Just completely missed, swipes were past it. Hitting middle leg. And then Andy Leonard with another one. This one the cleanest LBW. Even the batsman said, yep, grand, fine. Certainly no inside edge on that. You can go straight to ball tracking.
I saw also, good to see Alec Barr registered, so hopefully we'll get some games out of him this year.
Yeah.
You should be back live, I hope.
Andy Mays, another one, who's returned this year. Came onto the ground today. Well, that's not it.
Ooh. That's
This-
not very entertaining.
This challenge received.
Check that out.
Well, that has to be one of the more surreal screens that our YouTube channel has managed.
Okay, who's on the acid?
And in fact, it's not on.
Very passionate again. Should be.
What'd she do? What's wrong? Yeah, it's my bag, it's in. Well, she can use yours if you don't mind, but whatever your easiest.
I know on that one.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it then. If you can't see it easy, don't worry about it. I'll come up. I'm sure I put it in there. I could be wrong, but I'll come up and have a look. Cheers.
We are live. Slight delay on it, but we are live.
Okay, Ireland's trying to fight back here. Just give you the score from the Ireland-Holland game, because obviously everyone is watching us and not them, as it should be. Holland are 66 for 1 off 15 overs.
So,
Facing what?
They need
164.
They need 98 runs off 211 deliveries. So unless the Dutch decide to take a break in a coffee shop for a little while, I think they should be taking the series 2-1.
So, the players are back out in the middle now. Captain Joe Prendergast accompanying Jurgens. Jurgens Badenholst.
Of the Baden-Badens.
Baden.
Baden. Lovely result, Tom.
Joe will be looking to get his side off to a good start. Once again, the responsibility of captaincy falling heavily on his shoulders. Bowling his 4 overs, making sure he was fielding in the busiest spot all the way through. Leading, directing. Wants to lead from the front here. Wants to get his side off to a good start. Very hard as captain to give out to everybody else.
Interesting field setting from YM. They've picked their 2 fielders outside the ring on the leg side. 1 deep square leg and 1 deep fine leg. That's a good length from the bowler.
Yeah, but well played by Joe.
Yeah.
Soft hands.
It was never it went straight into the ground. Did not carry the first slip.
Noel, have you got scissors on your penknife?
Good luck getting them open.
Second ball now.
Short
And punched away. Punched
beautiful
square
shot.
of the wicket on the leg side, and that races away across the beautifully cut outfield. Hits the wall, and that's 4 runs off second ball. Joe will be happy with that. It's a good start.
That is a fine example of how not to overhit it or try to hit the ball too hard. Just beautifully punched that through the gap. It's all timing.
And a massive gap there as well.
Yeah. Like
Square leg had no chance getting to that one.
1, 2, 3.
And a wide.
Wide
That was
ball.
loose. The ball moved a little there for the bowler, but he started that too wide of the stumps. Yeah, I don't like to see a deep fine leg. It says you don't trust your wiki.
Says you don't trust your bowler.
Yeah.
He's going to be drifting onto the legs there.
You'd like to see the move around the clock one's position.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, delivery 3. Shorts.
And that's nicely played by you, and just punched out there.
No, we're still.
That's still Joe, is it?
Yeah, still Joe. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
It's really stiff.
It's not, it's Yuri.
5 in the over so far. He's just getting his eye in nicely. Okay, change
Have
the
you the
field
keys
here.
on you there, Amanda?
YM are bringing in deep square leg, bringing
What are you trying
and
to do?
sending
Get
out
the scissors
cow.
out.
Also, fine leg is coming up, and it's
You will break a nail on it.
deep third man has gone in.
Off. But I'm sure our captain does too.
Well, I'm sure it's different at this level, though.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Anything below first level is got its own set of regulations.
Okay, so here's Jurgen's first ball of the season. Well played.
Oh, nicely run by Joe. He was well alert there for the single. Again, another one that's just dropped into the circle, and he takes the single, and that's all you need.
The bowler just drifted a tiny bit onto the legs there, but Jurgen played it expertly. Just dropped it there. And a good run. So 7 off the first over. Nice starts.
No wickets down,
Excellent starts.
which is where YM fell. Their openers fell quite early. Good scissors.
So it looks like another pace bowler from YMCA.
I think you'll find
Ruben Wilson. Okay. This is his first game for YM. He made the move during the winter months from North Kildare, I think, or Phoenix. One or the other.
one of your previous clubs. you
One of
mean?
my previous clubs. I definitely recognise the name. I just don't know which previous club. It definitely wasn't Commonwealth CC, based in Boston.
Are you absolutely 100% sure about that?
I'll put a bottle of gin on it.
Oh, really? You're as sure of that as you are of hitting sixes then? So not very. Never mind, one brings two. Need one to bring about five here. The Night Watchman on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, drifts. Wide ball. The fielding side got very excited for a moment. Thought they heard something. The umpire was resolute in his decision. Wide.
Another one onto the total. The time now at 2:30. It's time for the dentist. Oh, that's
well bowled.
that has cleaned him up, and the umpire again giving out a bowled.
Maybe it's a new instruction for the umpires this year. But Joe looking. Oh no, that's your
Scoring what?
Yeah, Joe. It's clean bowled.
All right. No.
Looking to play one to leg there. That was just a little too full and straight for that shot.
Where is it?
Look to whip it.
This one.
So
Sorry,
that's
that's Jurgen's out, is
Here
it?
we go.
no.
Oh, it's come off the pad. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, the rock.
Was missing leg. Hit the pads
It is
and took
Jurgen's.
off, and that's the end of Jurgen's Badenhorst. And now making his return to Pembroke colours, return to the field. Andy Mays, fresh from his rowing in UCD.
So what is it? 4, 6, 8? Does he row?
No idea.
It wouldn't fit many more in the boat with him in it.
He'd be a small lad. If you look at the lads who do the boat race or the Olympic rowing, see when they do national rowing and such, like, you can have lightweights, and that makes a big difference. And the Irish often do well in the lightweights, but when it becomes the heavyweights and your Pinsets and Redgraves.
Sir Redgrave.
So Andy Mays.
Being your crew for me, then they're looking for some heavyweights.
Is that your phone?
No, it's Graham's phone.
Silent.
I know the cinema's open today.
Huh?
So Ruben Wilson, be delighted with that one. 8 for 1, off in the second over.
Well, the YM fielders are certainly enthusiastic so far.
All fielders are enthusiastic the day after the ball after a wicket, hoping for 2, maybe 3. It's certainly an encouraging start. Pembroke need another 125. Sun is very well and truly out now. Blue almost outnumbering white in the sky. Well played by Andy Mays. Not a tremendous amount of footwork, but realised very easy. That was the ball to keep out. A huge degree of enthusiasm amongst the YM fielders. What a great day to come down and watch cricket. The bar will open eventually. The bar may open eventually.
At some point in the season.
Way down the leg side, way down the leg side. Rumours here would have been a good ball to a right-hander.
Excellent keeping. That would have gone to the boundary. If you
Yeah.
missed that. There's no fine leg in place for this bowler.
Third man.
Just maybe losing his line to the left-hander. That was a nice delivery to a right-hander.
Car park filling up now. Ruben Wilson. Again, Andrew Mays in no particular rush. And why would he be? Just out to the middle. First innings for a while. One has to question how many nets he's managed to attend. So the over isn't over. We'll keep going.
Yeah, these two overs are taking a fair amount of time.
Don't care. I'm just asking a question.
Again on the legs, and this time May plays it round to the leg side.
Good running.
Joe makes it to the far end. Joe is wide awake to these things. It's amazing how being captain has improved Joe's concentration. And here's the barman.
Yay, the biggest chair of the day goes up around the ground.
Where?
White t-shirt, down by the gate, talking to Bill Whaley.
Alright.
An honour guard should be put in place soon.
I see an esteemed past president, Judge Michael Moriarty, walking around the boundary rope. Yeah. Ashley Balboni has stopped his laps now. He's done his exercise for the day, got his steps in. Now, bowling from the far end, Naful Ahmed Alamula.
Yes.
Hi, Michael.
Time and management being brought to things. Yeah. I can't. Which are we, black and red?
We're the black.
Black. Oh, yes. Good.
We're the black with red, and YM are the red with white.
Finally got it.
Short ball, it's gone straight up in the air. Andy Mays, toe of the bat. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, at least Joe had the presence of mind to cross.
Yes. Again, Joe's really on his game here today. He's been wide awake and alert for all of this. Now Pembroke opting for youth in the shape of McDara Cosgrave. Going in at number 4. Unlucky Andy. Just off the bottom of the bat.
Yeah.
I think you need to net a bit and move your feet. I think that might help. But good to see you out there again.
Here you go.
And here it is. Just try to pull it from outside off, and as a result, just got the edge of the bat, and then realised that they had crossed.
Oh, and it's done.
So 11 for 2. Joe Prendergast.
What's that gun in? McDara, is it?
Discussion going on between batsman and umpire as to which batsman should be at which end. Joe goes up to the umpire's end and leaves McDara to face.
Have they crossed?
I thought they had.
Well, the replay shows they had. Surely.
Yes, but actual facts don't really matter. What actually matters is what the umpires say.
Somebody was asleep, not paying attention. Well,
First one was taken well and quickly. McDara off the mark. And Pembroke off 11. It's going to need a stand somewhere to chase down this total. It's not the biggest total out there. The question is, will it be enough? Joe taking his singles very well. Really the added burden, responsibility of being captain. Certainly has produced a more alert Joe. Certainly awake to every possibility. Played out on the offside, that's very well fielded. He's saved his side 3 runs there. Super piece of fielding in the covers there. Applauding himself. Score moves on to 14 in the 3rd over. Joe now on 6, McDara now on 2. Small alterations in the field. The cover fielder comes in a bit closer, looking more for the catch. Playing very well, just dropping that ball into the leg side where he knew he could get a single. Takes the single. Takes the score on to 15. Beatles. Oh. Singing there called the Blue Meanies. Just seeing Graham walk across reminds me of that. Pushes that one past the outstretched hand of the fielder. Square of the wicket on the offside. Chase down. Take 2 there. Score on 17. And that's 3 overs done. And the score on 17. So nothing wrong with the run rate. It's just those 2 wickets to have fallen haven't helped Pembroke's cause. But it only takes 1 stand now. 1 good stand could really help here. Have a seat. Even if you're not saying anything, have a seat. Is that better? Can you see? Rubens Wilson now to bowl the 4th over after his successful first over, which was the 2nd over. Rubin has grown a few feet over the winter, as can be evidenced by the length of his whites. That's well called through by McDermott, straight onto the fact the wicketkeeper hadn't taken it. Umpire signalling by. Do you want it, is it?
No, I don't. Joking, aren't you? Why is the scoreboard not right? Huh?
Feel free to volunteer. Why do you want some cream?
No, good thanks.
No, thanks. 15, isn't that olive oil? Factor 15. Out to square leg. Good. Takes the score on to 21 for 2. Sun has definitely taken root here in Pembroke now. People on the wall in just t-shirts and shorts. Joe looking to get onto the front foot, plays it well wide. Wide 3rd man, it's going round. The fielder gets there in time. And it's another 2 to Joe. Another 2 onto the total. Total goes on to 23 for 2. And we're still in the 4th over. Joe has now moved on to double figures. And the scoreboard has leapt up to 23. Joe now on 11, McDarrah on 5, and Reuben Wilson coming into bowl, the end of the 4th over. And he's just clipped the top of off stump, and that is a lovely delivery. Absolutely superb delivery. And that's the 3rd wicket down, 23 on the board. And this time the captain has to depart. Just pushing, not any real footwork there, and just pushing at the ball, but left the gap. And it was a beautiful delivery that just clipped the top of off stump, as any young bowler should be trying to do. And that's the end of Captain Joe Prendergast. He goes for 11.
And here's how.
No footwork at all. Even after the ball's gone past, the footwork still wasn't enough. Stump's disturbed. And Pembroke putting themselves into a bit of trouble. New batsman to the crease, Noah Smith, another recent graduate from the Fifths. And he comes in with his side needing a bit of assistance. 110 required off 17. 0.1. 16.1. Oh, that's a beautiful sky out there now. It almost looks like the opening credits to The Simpsons. Clouds stretched across, white and fluffy. So you can get a shot for our viewers. Noah does well to dig that one out. Bat and pad firmly together. There we go. The Simpsons. Ba 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 ba. So with 4 overs gone, score is 23 for 3. First 3 batsmen have decided to return to the pavilion. Captain Joe, Jurgens and Andrew Mays. They'd have been hoping for one of those to go on a bit.
Nothing to worry about out there, lads. Still have to go in. It's going to do a bit early because it's a new ball. Restock's gone. 6, 7 and over in singles and 2s is so fucking easy, right? Nothing to worry about out there.
The voice of reason, Joe Prendergast, captain, encouraging his team. But certainly YMCA would feel that they're on top here, favourites going in. Change of bowling at the far end. Another seamer. A slight misfield between the 2 players, one pushing it past the other, and that's 2. McDara and Noah now. Played nicely wide of mid-on. He manages to get across to stop it, but he can't stop the 2. 2 more to McDara. Takes him on to 9, takes the score on 27. Yes, if you're thinking of coming down, I can assure you that the coffee store is open. Paddy Halvin there, dishing out the lattes, cappuccinos, Americanos. And now Philip Byrne is in behind the bar.
The bar is officially open.
And the bar is
Here.
open.
Mr. Jackson was the first customer.
For a pint?
Yeah,
Excellent.
several. Maybe not for himself, but anyways.
Now McDara to face again. This is the 5th over. Nicely driven, nicely fielded, but there'll be a single there. Again, the fielding, fine fielding there by YM. Body behind it.
How was JP in it?
Bowled. As he said, if the bowler's going to bowl one that swings away and then seems back in.
Right.
Now, when he looks at it back again on YouTube, as no doubt he will, he'll see that his footwork was non-existent.
Oh, right. Okay.
In fact, at the end of this over, Niall might show it again, so just so we can see. In fact, we might show it at the end of every over. Oh, we wouldn't do that to Joe. He's having a fine game. Yep.
There's a man out.
There's a man down at deep third man.
It's a good arm.
Saving another one there. This YM side have already saved, I'd say, 10 runs anyway in the field. Comes the Eurostar, the Europort train. Belfast to Rosslare. Nice shot again. Played out much wider on the offside. Third man can't get to that. It runs under the covers. And McDara picks up a boundary. That takes him on to 14. Score on to 34, I think. I say I think because the scoreboard, there we go. The scoreboard always slightly behind. Yeah, Joe didn't really move his feet. watching yourself there, Joe?
Hard on leg stump.
Pitch 7, I think.
Got a little bit longer there. Got a little bit longer there. I was just about to go quarter speed and then
Oh, we're not in slow-mo.
Slow-mo. Anyway, whatever the thoughts about it, doesn't change the fact that he's back in the hutch. Yeah, well, we're not allowed in the hutch now, are we? That's lovely. Finally, cracks through the offside. McDarragh takes the 4 runs, running it right up to the bar front door. Now the target is under 100. 95 required. McDarragh just letting that one go through to the keeper. It's all right. It's that camera that's on.
That's him, it's not a ball.
This is fine bowling. Reuben bowling his 3rd over. The YM captain in desperate search of wickets. No, but the YM captain is keeping him on because he's been bowling so well. Again, one wonders what will the change bowling and bowler number 5 be like. Will that be where Pembroke get their runs? McDarragh crossed himself there. Walking out towards square leg, contemplating playing a shot he should have played, as opposed to the cross-back swipe he did play. Easiest way just to feather one through. Rubens would be very happy with this.
What is it? 3 out, is that what you said? Or 5?
I think it's 5. Now, again, I don't read Tulane that carefully. Super running there by captain, encouraging from the sideline. Takes us on to 40 with 6 overs gone. Run rate exactly where we want it to be. Sorry, run rate exactly where the Pembroke side would want it to be.
oh, it does look like YouTube might be having real problems.
Why?
I have to do a restart between the overs.
And here's
Stream with
start of the 7th over now. McDarragh,
over.
yep, McDarragh on 20. Exactly half of the Pembroke 40, scored by the other 4 batsmen. McDarragh again just pushes it downtown to mid-on, takes the single.
Good, Mark, keep going.
Puts Noah back on strike. Noah hasn't had strike for a while. No, so long they'd have been out in the middle. But now with fatherhood and added responsibilities and aging bodies, they've decided that discretion is the better part of valour. And now their contribution is more financial behind the bar than runs and wickets on the field of play. McDarragh to face again now. playing his shots, plays it out in the offside, just takes the single as the boundary rider comes in and underarms it back.
Yeah! Get in there! Come on!
Andy's watching the Irish game.
Oh,
He's certainly watching a different game.
Yeah, he's not watching this game, that's for sure. Andy? Pembroke have 4 players today in that Irish side. Captain Andrew Balburney, Josh Little, Barry McCarthy, and wicketkeeper Lorcan Tucker. Missing 4 from the first 11. When you've got the top 3 sides playing today. Phil Blackley in his thirds out in Clontarf. The first with Fiacre Tucker out in North Kildare. And the seconds, well, the seconds are here. Another fine run single there by Noah Smith. 2 young lads doing very well. Bit of understanding between them. Nerves getting to you, Sean, are they? Come down for a whiskey.
Chaser. You should have stayed on the beer. Or else
That's the problem with it.
or else started later.
The new roof looks well.
This is nice.
It's the old frame. It's the old frame, but just new.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a Vicklands frame. I've bandy headed that more than once. Who is it?
YouTube, it's been on and off all day, given out. But it's lying most of the time.
So here we are now, entering the 8th over. Score is 46 for 3. Noah Smith now on 5.
I don't know who this bowler is. It's not.
Played out in the offside, no run there. And McDowell is now on 22. You have to go in front of the fence.
Rachel?
Rachel, go in front of the fence.
In front of the fence, Rachel.
Well played by Noah Smith. Just guiding that down to third man, just taking the single, despite the calls from the sideline. Let's be honest, you should never run on calls from the sideline.
I think it's this guy here, darling. I think that's who it is.
Bambi.
What? Tamby, yeah.
These change bowlers now. Oh, that's lovely, lovely cut through the gap. Having played the previous ball down there to the fielder, this time he made the slight adjustment and there was no doubt that was going for 4 all the way through. Pembroke seconds, YM thirds in this Tulane qualifier. First game of the season and first game in Pembroke 2021. McDowell trying to guide that down through the slip area, missing it completely. McDowell also playing it down to third man. Another single, takes the score on 52. And there are 2 to come, is it? We'll have a look at the match centre now, see what's happening around and about. Nobody's really reporting on stuff, including this game. Oh, that's wide again. Wide ball, despite the umpire turning down the appeal. In the Senior League Cup, YMCA firsts, 152 for 6 and 41 for 5. And North Kildare. Dublin University, 96 for 2 against Phoenix. North County, 105 for 4 against the Hills. And the Hills thirds, 76 for 3, playing Knockharley seconds. 38 games of cricket being played in Leinster today. And that's only accounting the official competition games. No other scores in yet. Oh, Clontarf first, 124 for 2. They've gone all the way down to Cork. Super stuff by Noah Smith there, just dropping that into the offside and just taking the single, taking what he's given. 38 games of cricket today. It's up in the air. It's past the one-handed attempt. One felt he didn't have to jump that far, and that's gone for 4. That takes McDarragh on to 32. One felt that was a chance. If he'd gone for it with both hands.
Well, if he hadn't jumped, he might have taken it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more here. Another one just punched out into the offside, past the fielder. Fielder from mid-on, covering behind, keeps it down to 1. That takes McDarragh on to 33, the score on to 60. So there's certainly nothing wrong with the scoring rate, and the noise of the fielding side has quietened a bit since these two have started putting a stand together. Noah looking to play that one down to third man, or just pass wide to third man. It was beautifully played. Played into the gap between wicket-keeper and third man. Saved the boundary. Didn't stop Pembroke running 3, but certainly saved the 4th. Just getting there in time. Cries are well fielded from the Pembroke bench. Appreciation of good cricket, more important. And Joe is taking a drink out to his players at the 10th, after 9 overs. Umpires being very lenient in allowing drinks go out to the batsman.
They have to. No drinks.
There are no drinks, breaks.
I know there aren't, but in the spirit, there
Oh, absolutely.
has to be drinks allowed.
It's the only way he could stop Noah nicking his gear. So, into the... I think you're ahead. But only just, yeah, nose in front. Up to YM to take some wickets here.
So that, I mean, YM were 80 off 10 overs. So,
Yeah, 78 for 2 off 10. And fell away a bit in the second 10. Well played by Noah.
no, he's a good arm. They all have good arms, actually.
It's fine fielding. I do feel YM's fielding has been slightly better than Pembroke's. Noah advancing down the track. Yeah. Morning.
Welcome to the game.
Who was I talking to the
Oh,
other?
you might need some more water.
And ice.
Got one in the box. Got one in the box. Noah. Deep breaths. Count them.
Is Paddy doing all right down there, do you think?
I think Paddy's doing great, yeah.
Good. Johnny Garth on the ground.
Just wish he put that back in the lead.
Well, fair play to Dale McDonough and GM by choice. The ground looking fabulous today. Always helps a bit of sunshine and the flowers are out on the fence. But the place is looking fabulous today. He's still down, Noah. Hasn't quite made it back to his feet yet. Sun still beaming down here at Pembroke. Plenty, a few spaces on the wall for those latecomers or those who are just coming down for the 5th game. Something like. This small break in play as
You can't come off and go back on again if needs be. But
he's going to want to play on. However, we'll see now what he does. The temptation after you've been hit like that is to start trying to hit the ball hard in retaliation. Let's hope that Noah keeps his head and keeps playing the way he's been playing. A few of the YM players taking advantage of the break to get a drink. And in fact, I think I might just do that as well.
I've changed something. It doesn't look like it has changed. I'm going to have to go back and look at that again. But nobody's reporting that it's being glitchy and giving problems. I'm assuming YouTube is lying. Because YouTube likes to lie about these things.
because I can.
Water.
What's happening out there?
Nice and straight to the blackers. Somehow missed the ball. It's not even used to wear. Someone missed his whole lot to hit him straight to the ball. It's every right in the pit.
Right after that small break in play, Noah Smith apparently ready to continue. And immediately plays one down to 3rd man, right in front of the score box. Takes the score from 66 for 3 to 67 for 3 in the 10th over. And that's the end of the over, and we're now halfway through the innings. Should have got still water, Craig. Should have got water that doesn't taste as disgusting as raspberry blackberry, not blackberry, blackcurrant. Yeah, thanks River Rock, won't be doing that one again. However, fizzy water and fizzy tablets. Second set of sulfidine for the day.
Now keep going. Good man all the way.
I'm wondering if that was because of the difference between getting hit and not.
Well run. Excellent running.
Noah taking the single, getting it down the other end. McDara punching one straight down the ground where mid-on will field eventually.
Batting mark.
McDara now into the 30s. Pembroke exactly halfway there, with exactly halfway there. And Noah again playing that shot down to third man. Really thinking about his batting today, not trying to hit the cover off the ball, but rather just taking what he's offered, giving the strike back to his partner. These two have put together a decent partnership now. McDara punching one down, just the runner ball. Doesn't need to be any more than that. We're not in the realms of IPL now. Dot ball.
I'm convinced he was wearing a box when he got hit, to be honest.
The noise was thump.
Oh, one thing guaranteed to make raspberry and blackcurrant river rock fizzy water taste even worse. Stick a couple of sulfidine in there. Right, this is the 12th over now. Another spinner. Puts his cap down his trousers. Makes sure his fielder is out at cow. One suspects off spin here. McDara facing. Dragged from outside off, out to cow corner. And they take the single, takes the score on 72. Another 61 required. 61 off 9. Wow, 8.5. 61 off 53. Well, that's going to drop short of the fielder. But he makes sure of fielding it.
No, keep batting for me, good man.
If he throws up, can he come off then, Joe?
Great batting.
McDara pushes it up to mid-off. Just take the single. This is all it needs, just steady batting. It's wickets falling we don't want. It's a strange floaty action he has.
You appear to be very much gin on it, but anyway.
That one was pushed through, the bowler fields his own bowling.
Keep batting, Noah, keep going.
Hell of a difference between Phillips pause and home pouring.
Yeah, but the tonic is a little bit flat.
Noah drags one out to the leg side. Nobody's going to stop that. Bisects the two fielders at mid-wicket quite perfectly. It takes 4 more for that. That will take him on to 18. It will take the score on 78. There are 3 wickets down, and that's the 12th over completed.
Noah, that's a great boundary, well done.
Noah just retying his trousers again. The off spinner remains on at the St John's end.
He's the captain striding purposely.
He is, isn't he? I owe him 20 quid as well.
Do you?
Yeah, the pad covers.
Oh, right.
No, it has to be deep heat, James. He changed his thoughts about batting and started looking for the bigger hits.
Keep batting once.
Who's this one in there?
That's Pooh. Pooh Sharma heading in to replace Noah Smith. Noah with 19. And the two of them put together a fine partnership. How about it, Noah? Round of applause ripples around the ground.
Okay, let's see if this works. Here we go.
Hi, gents.
Wide, and he just reached out chasing it. Let's see if I've got the right camera for the second replay or if I've done it wrong again. No, it's still wrong. But sure, I'll give another look at him. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There we go. The fielder very early on set himself, just waited for it, and there it was, safely snared. And that was the end of Noah Smith. Now, Push Schumer started on the 4th 11, brought up today because of the Irish internationals being away on the 1st, stripping the seconds. McDarrah plays one down to short third inside the circle, but there's a single there, and that will bring Pooh on strike.
Okay.
It's all right, it's that camera there.
It's the top one.
It's the top camera, you're fine. No, really. Now 4 wickets down, 80 runs on the board, 13th over. This is turning out to be a tight game. 53 required from 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 46 balls. So just over a run a ball required. Without counsellor Michael Clark on duty, we won't have run rates to the 1,000th of a run. Oh, a little late on that shot, I felt.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out who the bowler is. I think it's this guy.
If it's this guy, I'm not pronouncing it anyway.
No. I think it could be this guy or this guy. I'm not sure. No, it's not him.
So, calling to the sideline. Looking for guidance. Not getting any.
Oh.
Can we call though?
We take the run there. Lack of calling between between batsmen. Pooh might not be known as the greatest runner between the wickets. And what we don't want here is a silly run out. Now, with this bowler, he comes in at a pace and then the ball comes out even slower. And it just dips. And that's what's causing the batsman trouble here, is timing this guy.
Yeah, you've got to go out and meet the ball. You can't wait for it.
Yeah. And then you've got to make sure you do hit it.
Yeah.
Got to hit it further than a foot to get a single here. Bit of a breeze picking up, keeping the clouds moving. And
It's going down the neck.
leg. Definite bit of wind.
Lob on net.
And that's the end of McDarrah.
Lob on net is is running away.
See the net making its way over to the sideline, just as
Making a break for it.
McDarrah, his innings has come to an end.
It's going to hit something.
It'll just gently glide up. We should put the weights on this one.
Yeah. Well, there's enough on this.
There you go. Oh, it just turns in.
Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, go up Wilfield and turn right. side on it. Put a side on it. It's dropped there.
Well, give it more sail area.
Yeah, but it's not the wind coming through, isn't it? Where is the wind?
Yeah, but it was
Oh, I suppose.
flow.
Yeah. Who's that that's gone in? Is that Alec?
I think that's Mr. Jackson has gone in now. New batsman, Alec Jackson, wicket keeper. And that's 14 overs gone. 6 to go. 6 overs to get 49 runs. 8 and over. Certainly the rate that YM started at. Back in a minute. You with drawn, and then you'd really feel like yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So keep him well. How's the family?
Is that a new edition?
She is a new addition. Bobby,
She's only a baby, is she?
4 months.
Does she have a name?
Bailey.
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 It's alright.
No choice in the matter.
No, you get no choice in anything these days, mate.
We just literally left her.
Oh, that's unusual. You don't see that very often. The batsman pulling out, getting bowled, but because he pulled out, it was a dead ball. This game is really in the balance now. It's building up to quite an exciting finish if you're living nearby. I'm surprised the bells aren't here yet. This will be a...
Waiting, they're just coming down for the fifth game.
Oh, yes, this of course only being the warm-up game for the 5th game later on. Be on after this one. I know I wear this jumper all the time, but the rest of the gear I don't normally wear. Yes, the pyjamas are on. You gave up at the right time, Connor. This pyjama rubbish. T20. Peh. We'll see you again next lap. Next pint.
Nope, Doug's for it.
Pushed out to mid-off. Deep mid-off comes in. Fields it just outside the 30-yard circle. Returns it to the bowler. Score moves on to 88.
Something in her mouth. She's got something stuck in her mouth.
She's got a stick stuck in her mouth. Beats poo, all ends up. Another past president on the ground. How many's that I've seen now?
Good afternoon, Mr. Gallagher. How are you?
Billy Gallagher, Michael Sharp, Michael Moriarty, Sean Smith, Craig Senior,
Janice Walsh.
Janice Walsh. 6 past presidents on the ground. He's gone big. He's gone big. Is he going to clear the field up?
Yeah. I think he parried it right over the bounds.
6! The first 6 of the day. Where's Graham Mooney? Graham's gone off to Sandy Mount. He unfortunately missed that to see how to hit a 6. So Pooh gets his 6. That'll take him on to
6.
8. Just plays that one out on the leg side. The boundary rider comes in, throws it back to 40 yards. And now Alec Jackson. He'll be desperately keen to do well here against YMCA, his past club. Joined Pembroke in the off-season. Gets forward nicely, gets on top of the ball, and that's the end. So 5 overs to go, and Pembroke need 38. 38 off 24. Off 30. 38 off 30. That 6 certainly helped there with the run rate required. Sorry, seems to be a hole in the bottom of your glass. It looks to be as big as the hole at the top. Can you not go out again, Joe?
That wasn't terribly pleasant, but okay.
Bring your own next time, is it? Rest of the Pembroke tail padding up now. Now, Pooh looking to go big here. Batting outside his crease. Jackson unable to deal with that one. Shorter ball. It's now turned into a lovely day down in Pembroke. I'd recommend joining us. All 5 of you.
Flying around all day. I reckon people might be flicking back and forth.
Oh, top edge. And that will work very well. That's 4. Alec Jackson just playing that one over the top of the keeper. Did sound a bit edged, but only the batsman knows. Was it deliberate? 33. That's a first innings total, not runs required.
Oh, come on. It's a T20.
33 runs required. And they're turning down singles.
Can't do that in a T20.
Well, Alec Jackson looking for the big hit, obviously. Pushes out on the leg side, and that's going to be another boundary. That's another 4. They needed that. They needed that. That takes it down to 29 required. Three overs and 29 required. Those 2 4s were a big help in that over.
Actually been walking up since 1 o'clock.
No, he stopped a couple of times. He hasn't been past us for a while. Now, that's not to say he hasn't walked down to Black Rock and back. But he's certainly getting his steps in. So, last 3 overs, 29 required. How the season's going to go, we're in for an exciting, albeit short season of cricket here in Sydney Parade. I'd certainly recommend coming down, although one wonders how much room is left in the car park. That's big, and big enough. Big enough. 6 there, takes it on to 112. 21 required.
The umpire didn't believe me, so he looked to the other umpire who's even further away than he is. Confirmation.
Pooh hitting that one very straight. This could be the over. Oh, he's played that beautifully past the slip region, and that's going to go for another boundary, and that's 10 off 2 balls. That's certainly the impetus that Pembroke needed going into these last 3 overs. Pooh has really decided just to play that delicately.
As you were.
17 required. 17 off 13. And that's well played by Pooh. Well played. Just takes the single, retains the strike, takes the strike into the following over. 2 overs to go, 17 required. This is still all up in the air. Pooh is now on 20, maybe 21. So 16 required off the last 2 overs. Plenty of wickets in hand. 5 wickets in hand with 2 overs to go. Positively worth a dash here now. So Pooh Sharma looking to take the seconds. Closer and closer to that finishing line. 16 required. 4 fours in 12 balls. Change of fielder, yes. Point fielder coming down to 3rd man and vice versa. Pooh looking to go straight through mid-off. There's no fielder there. There is now. Past the ring on the offside. Could be the 4 that he's looking for. Here it is. You see Alec goes right across his stumps in an effort to flick it to the leg side, misses it, and it takes his leg stump. But a nice little cameo there. Alec Jackson, 10. Decent partnership. And now Pooh is going to learn how to run 2 very quickly.
Or be run out.
Or be run out. There's no 2s. No 2 that Andy Leonard won't take. It doesn't matter how low you go. No, his bag was sticking up anyway. So with 10 balls remaining, Pembroke need 15, 9 and over.
Who's next? Who's padding up? Danica and Azizi left.
Well, that's 6 down. 7, 8, 9. There's 3 people, so
Can't see. Samson, maybe.
yes. Again, the value of the fielding there, saving a definite run. Couple of big blows here now needed by Pembroke. Andy Leonard just readjusting. Bottom pad, bottom strap.
No, the scoreboard's correct. No, that's first innings. So the target is obviously 1 more.
He has sliced that into the offside. It's got to be 2 this time. It's got to be 2 this time, and he's going to be in big trouble. He's out. Didn't slide his bat. Didn't slide his bat, but had to get back for the 2. They get 1, and now Azizi goes out to the middle. Azizi, who will be able to keep up with Andy on the running front. Well, I just feel that Pooh's turning circle was slightly too big there.
How are you?
Here we go, we're going full speed for a change.
Sliced out to the offside.
No, we're not. I hit the wrong thing.
No, you're fine.
So it's half speed. Look at that.
And Andy had turned and was halfway down the wicket.
And Pooh was never going to make it in
Pooh
time. And you watch
He
here,
was never going to make it. Mind you, it was close.
really slide the bat in.
Yeah. So it was easy. What can he do? Nothing.
Azizi gets the first ball up, and that's 8 down.
Right. Next. Donica.
Here
13 required.
you go.
Yeah.
Walks right over.
Another one who walked down the leg side.
Gave it plenty of room.
Gave himself so much room. What are the umpires saying? Oh, the bowler having broken a bail there. So we go into the last over, and Pembroke need 13 from the last over. And then there'll be an hour's break between the two games before the 5th 11 takes the field. Very flaky clouds out there, little tufts of cloud. Definitely have split up enough to let the sunlight through. And we're ready to continue now. Second trip to the bar for young Toomey. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 9 months, isn't it?
Second trip in 2 years. Now, I think Danica's prepared to run.
So 13 required. There's no 2 there.
No 2 there. I suppose it does. Just put the fielder under a little bit of pressure. Is he a right-hand bat or a left-hand bat?
Left-hand bat,
Right-arm bowler or left-arm bowler?
left-arm bowler, right-arm thrower.
Oh, okay.
Now, man at cow,
Don't need
man
that.
at
We just
long
need a
on.
little drop and run and give Andy back the strike.
As soon as I show the field, they make it.
Dot ball, all the way through this game is just... Andy Leonard tries to go big.
Got the toe of the bat. Come on, run, 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 run. Why is Danica running at an angle like that?
I don't know.
He's running further than he needs to.
7 required from 2. There's no super over. Nine off 2. This one has to cross the rope somehow. He's gone big. The fielder's changed a couple of times, has taken the catch, and that's a fine catch, and that will probably see the end of the game. Well done, YMCA. Fine catch, and it's the fielding that's been the difference between the two teams. So Samson going out at number 11. No heroics from Andy this time, unlike the league win in Merrion a few years ago. This time he had to go big. Fell just short. Another 5 yards on that. Would have made it very interesting.
Here you go. Let's see if we've got it right this time.
He's sliced underneath it. Looking to see if it's gone. Didn't even run. And that's a fine catch. That is a super catch. So, Donica Tucker. The fielder's going to get round to that, make sure he stops it. And it's just a dot ball. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. YMCA win by 6 runs and get their campaign off to a good start. And that leaves the Fists with the chance to be the first side to win at home. They'll be playing Terranure in an hour's time. We'd like to thank you for your company at this stage. And Pembroke TV will be back for the second game in an hour's time. We hope you'll stick around. Yes, I know.
Oh, I'm just laughing at YouTube grumbling again. It may have...
No, you'll have to excuse me.
Must have tried it.
I now have to prepare for my game.
Yeah. No data. You're lying.
Other clubs lose like 1 or 2 max, so we seem to lose 9, 10.